Hey, Thatch here. Welcome to the PUCL Podcast, where we're going to talk everything Pokemon from the trading card game to the video game and everything in between. But before we started, I have a few things. One, get ready for this episode. Very exciting topic. We're returning to the PUCL region, and we're going to be talking about Elite Four members and champions. It's just a lot of fun, just as great as the last one. But if you could just take a moment, like, subscribe, whatever you can do, rate, comment on whatever platform you're on. We really appreciate it. It helps people find us, and it helps PUCL grow and become bigger and bigger. Finally, though, and most importantly, PUCL has its annual survey up. So if you want your chance to change the show, influence how we think and how we might make things, it's a great way to do it. No matter where you're listening to us right now, it is in the show notes, the description, whatever. It's also present on the Discord if you're on our Discord at pucldiscord.com. And we look forward to your feedback. At 250 responses, we're going to go ahead and give away a copy of Pokemon Legends EA. So if you want to go ahead and sign up just for that, you're more than welcome. I will say that the better the response, the more likely you are to be selected. But we definitely look forward to your feedback. And we're already most of the way there from the Discord, so I really appreciate all of you doing that. But that's enough for me. Let's get on to the show and PUCL up.
And now, coming to you live from atop the Lavender Town Radio Tower, it's the one, the only, PUCL Podcast.
It's PUCL! PUCL! It's PUCL! PUCL! Pokemon Underground Champions League, oh yeah! PUCL! PUCL.
Welcome to the PUCL Podcast. PUCL, of course, is the Pokemon Underground Champions League, a nonsensical name we came up with in 2007. We talk everything Pokemon from the trading card game to the video game to everything in between. The restart made me do everything backwards. I am your host, Trainer Thatch, and I am here with with some of your favorite co-hosts. We've got the one and only Seth Vilo.
Hi again, everyone. You can't get rid of me.
Yeah, and then we've also got the sleepy Lynian on the West Coast.
Hi. Bold of you to think I've been sleeping.
But yes, I already did a little introduction. We're here to talk Pokemon, guys. We're gonna have a good time. So I was telling you guys, I got a Switch 2, and so my Pokemon journey lately has been just playing Pokemon Violet since I haven't finished it, and it runs better. I feel real bad. But the first one I was definitely Evie on the Discord said it very well. I was like a 1990s hacker getting the first one.
That's funny. Yeah.
Seth, you've seen my office. I've got like 4 or 5 screens.
Oh yeah.
And so I actually when the night of the launch of the Switch 2 pre-orders,
no.
I had a screen up for all of them, and I was waiting in line for like 5-6 different SKUs at once.
One screen was just the Matrix coding going, just so you felt like you were in the
Yeah.
mood.
And so one of them hit, so I did get
in.
one. I had to get 2 from me and my wife, and then I need to publish it this week, but there's going to be an episode on Patreon that we've done. I've been working on this with Shark to do stuff because we don't really address rumors for PUCL.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to do it, but in such a way that's a little bit more limited. So it's going to be a Patreon exclusive. It's essentially a topic. It's about 30-40 minutes.
Oh yeah,
of
you
Shark and I
mentioned
just
that.
talking. Yeah, just Shark and I talking about rumors. So that's going to be coming out this week. But during that podcast, he and I are talking about the Switch 2 pre-orders. And he's just like, yeah, I just got my little reminder email that lets me know I'm still in line from Nintendo. And I'm like, oh, I should check to see if I got that. And I checked live, and I had actually just gotten the invite to buy one. So
They
I thought
must
that
hate
was
me.
really silly.
I didn't have it last
I don't know
week.
why.
I still don't have one. What the heck, Nintendo? Am I not loyal enough to you? What is going on?
I don't know what their decision making pattern is.
We've
my wife
detected a PlayStation at your residence. We are sending in the hit squad.
I also don't know if there was a difference between the bundle and the not bundle.
Oh, maybe.
You know, I don't know if there's a difference
which one
in that
did you
line.
go for?
I got the bundle.
I think I
Okay,
did too.
so-
I went for the cart bundle, I think.
Okay,
Could be wrong.
Yeah,
Right, because I don't care about the bundle. I don't even need it quick.
yeah. I really just wanted it by October. That's kind of where I was at.
Yeah, exactly.
I just want to make sure I have it for Pokemon Legends EA. That's what I wanted it for. And I mean, I did end up getting so the way I ended up getting my other one, I've said this on the show before, but Best Buy had a bunch of SKUs that nobody knew about initially.
Oh yeah.
They put up SKUs with like other games attached to them. So I ended up getting this one that had like Donkey Kong attached to it. So like I will own a copy of Donkey Kong in like a month.
Okay.
I'm sorry for your loss.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah, something like that.
That one creeps me out. The closest thing, because I didn't get on this right away because I didn't realize, because they announced ZA for Switch, and little did I suspect exactly what happened, so it wasn't top priority. I tried to order some cards from the Final Fantasy Magic did a secret lair drop, which is like a limited release of a few cards that you buy. It's like $30 for like 5 or 6 cards in special treatment. And I was like, oh, I'll get that. I'll get in line. I'll make sure that I order it quickly. I was in within about 10 seconds of that thing going live. It took me an hour. It was just under 2 hours to get through the digital queue to order it. My husband was about 20 seconds before he put his request to hop into the queue for something else. And he was there for, it was 5.5 or 6 hours before it opened up for him to be able to place the order, and most of it had been gone by that point. So if you were in town in the first 30 seconds, you didn't get anything.
God. Yeah, that's rough. That is rough. Oh, no, thankfully I got one. Like, I know I'm fortunate. And it's been a lot of fun. I mean, Mario Kart's pretty cool. It's okay. I don't know that, like, I'm not a big Mario Kart guy to begin with, but, I mean, I like doing it. It's a fun party game. And it's cute. People are really about the cow, you know?
I just enjoy the EDM remix of Baby Park. That's
yeah,
pretty cool.
The part that's been really cool for me is that it has like a lot of nods / they are the old tracks. I don't actually know how it works quite right. I'm not a big Mario Kart person, so I don't know. But yeah, I find that very, very interesting. But yeah, I don't know. You guys have anything you've been doing lately other than, I mean, yeah, what have you guys been up to?
There's this guy in Ohio who got 2 Switches and Switch 2s and breaking into his house.
Yeah,
I think he's recording a podcast though, so it may be a minute.
He's busy. Get him while he's distracted.
It's sitting right next to me right now, so I've got it with me. I keep it on me at all times. Actually.
Holds up sock
handcuffed.
puppet.
Got it.
Handcuffed.
That means I just need to go for you.
Handcuffed to me at all times.
I'll bring a hacksaw for the hand. You be the judge.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah. I haven't been up to much though. Just kind of existing.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, sometimes that's what we need.
Yeah.
You know? We need to just exist.
Yeah.
Better than the alternative.
Exactly.
You tell me about it. Tell me about it. Oh yeah. Well, you know what? We can make this a short intro then.
Sure.
I do want to do like one little PSA. I'm going to say it again at the end of the news, but one little PSA. We are doing PUCL's annual survey right now. We used to do them at the end of the year. We've kind of shifted them to the middle of the year for 2 reasons. One, well, this year we've done a lot of changes, right? Like obviously we have the video podcast now, and we kind of want feedback on that. And then 2, we also have the it gives me time so that I can initiate new ideas at the new year. You know what I mean? I can play with the last half of 2025, like with new
kind of make
content
plans
ideas.
and all that.
And then I can launch at 2026, which makes it easier in my brain to do it. So I really like that. And I want to point out that if we get 250 responses, we're going to give away a copy or a pre-order for Pokemon Legends ZA on Nintendo Switch or Switch 2, which your choice, you know. We can get both. Well, not both, but you can get one or the other. If you win it. Yeah. So yeah. I just want to put that out there. We're actually, like, I put it on the Discord just to gauge just like how many people are like paying attention on Discord.
Yeah.
To fill it out. So like I'm collecting a lot of data, and I mean we're actually a good ways the way there to the 250. And I know when we put on the podcast, people are going to go ahead and listen. And you probably already heard me say this at like the little blurb at the beginning of the podcast. But yeah, the link to that is in the show notes, in the description of the YouTube video, in the show notes of wherever you're listening to this as a podcast. It's all there. So yeah, if you could take a few minutes and do it, it really does help. We do
It
actually
really
initiate,
does. Yeah.
Yeah, we actually use it to develop a lot of content strategies at PUCL, and we do use it to change things up. So if you have something that you really want to see change, other than my opinions about Charizard,
Or mine about Dragonite.
Yeah, you can throw those in there. You will never change my opinion on Charizard.
Nor me.
So, but yeah. All right. Well, that is going to be our intro, and we're going to kick it on over to our news. Welcome to the news. This is the part of the show where we talk to you about what's going on in the Pokemon community and Pokemon in general. So there's not a lot. I'm going to tell you it's a news light week. Just going to preface, okay?
It's one of those weeks.
One of
we got
those
a lot of
weeks,
time before the next direct happens, and we're getting nothing between now and then.
In Pokemon community news, there's a lot of people, a lot of content creators that aren't me, were selected to be community ambassadors to the Pokemon Company International, which is really cool. Like, they've chosen Little Dark Fury to talk about the Pokemon trading card game live with the Pokemon community. A lot of Pokemon Unite creators are also involved. A lot of Pokemon Pocket creators like Ursaday, who was she runs the biggest tournaments for Pokemon Pocket on the internet. So they've definitely selected a good number of people to be involved in this. I don't know most of them. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I know a handful that fit, the things that I kind of pay attention to. A lot of the TCG people that I was following on Twitter are like, I'm one of these, which is really cool because it signals to me that they're gonna like do stuff, which is kind of exciting.
Yeah, no, I think I hope that this is a positive for the community. I don't know what it means though. Like, I couldn't see it being like a big nothing burger,
exactly.
As well. I'm waiting to see, maybe in like 6 months or something, we'll see, Little Dark Fury or Ursaday or, somebody else come out and be like, yeah, no, we made these comments to the Pokemon Company and they've made this change now.
Yeah.
And Seth can play TCG Live because Ultra Ball will work.
They finally decided to do the expanded format correctly.
Yeah.
We heard. No, what's going to happen is we're going to be like, all right, we heard what you guys have been saying. The final the crossover between
Pokemon and Final Fantasy
and Fortnite is coming out this week.
Yeah.
You get the Pikachu back bling. Is that a thing?
I am genuinely curious though to see what happens, if anything, for the Pokemon community. I mean, I've also taken a step back from like the competitive community as well in the past couple of years. I mean, I still follow the TCG stuff just because I like to keep relevant, but I'm curious to see if this is just like a community ambassador for like the competitive like play Pokemon side or not.
I think it looked like it is. It's obviously not going to be for like Smogon 6v6 singles. They're never going to even acknowledge that. Like,
but like, can you make a comment and be like, yeah, Scarlet and Violet like played like not well, on launch.
Maybe
like when Pokemon's Legend ZA comes out, do we get to go, oh man, that game's not running great, man?
It's hard to encourage people to play your product when it stinks.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I wonder if we get some kind of feedback in that way as well or not.
Yeah.
I don't know, though. Like, Wolf Glick didn't tweet. He was a community ambassador, so I don't know. All right. The other thing I wanted to pick. Oh, I clicked the button. I had to go to like the Cerebi page for this because there's no information for this anywhere on the internet. But during outside of Cerebi, I should say, like, Joe, you're doing a good job. There's going to be a Pokemon Gotta Catch 'Em All show, like game show happening on the Pokemon Twitch channel on June 27th at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And you get to where it's going on during the North American international streams. It's going to be hosted by Brian David Gilbert.
Oh yeah, I heard about this.
And it features unique twists where contestants can collect Pokemon and then use these Pokemon have various effects that can impact the show and how it goes. There's also ways for Twitch to interact with the show. So I am genuinely interested to see how this goes. I do want to see what happens here. I think that's a Thursday. I believe that's a Thursday. Yeah, June 27th. But yeah, exciting. I don't know how it goes. Yeah, that's something. I don't know how it's going to go, but it's something.
If they've got Brian David Gilbert, at least it'll be entertaining. Unless they have him so washed out and sterilized, it's completely untenable. In which case, it's kind of its own funny again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, June 27th is a Friday.
Oh, that's the Friday?
Yes.
24th is a Monday. 25th is a Tuesday.
When the show comes out, it's not this Friday, but the next Friday.
No, the 25th is a Tuesday. The 26th is a Wednesday.
27th, I see.
The 27th is a Thursday. The 28th is a Friday. I know this because I have to travel that week.
Right, yeah.
I'm giving a talk at a conference at the time that this is happening.
Nice.
I will not be able to watch live. All right. In other news, though, Pokemon in Japan is a bunch of Cowboy Pikachu merch or Pokemon Cowboy merch. It's very weird and confusing. The website
Pikachu doesn't have a face.
Well, that's one of the merch items. There's a lot of merch items. But one of these items is like a leather Pikachu without a face, and I don't understand. The website's in Japanese, so I can't quite decipher it or know what's happening.
Occasionally, they just do random themed things, so it may mean nothing, or it may mean NAIC is in, I don't know.
No,
Oklahoma
that's not what this is for. I think they just wanted to do cowboy stuff.
They just do stuff like this occasionally, like the fossil line. Like that was its own thing.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna get that in Chicago next year, so that'll be fun. That'll be fun. I'm definitely gonna try to hit up the Field Museum for that.
Nice.
Next year, so we're definitely gonna do that. But that is the regular news. We got some Pokemon Go news to talk about, though.
You do? Wow.
Yeah.
They're adding Yamper.
Yay.
That's the news.
Yeah, pretty much.
Back to you.
That starts on June 20th and then goes into June 22nd.
Yeah, adds Yamper to the game. There's probably some other stuff for that event or whatever.
It is 2-time star.
Day.
2-time Stardust for Yamper while you're catching Pokemon. Increased chances.
You might be able to get 4 whole Stardust when you catch something.
4 whole Stardust?
4 times if you get the paid research, you get 4 incense, 6,000 Stardust. Is that okay? And encounters with event-themed Pokemon, including Snubbull,
give them money
Poochyena,
to get less Stardust than it takes to level up a Pokemon once.
Yay!
Yeah, that's actually, I don't like when they try to sell me Stardust because it's never a lot.
Only if there's a joke. There's also going to be to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But and then so there's that. There's also the Jangmo-O Community Day. It will be this Saturday for you guys.
Yes. That's a cool one though. Like
that's exciting.
Yeah. Clanging scales. Like that's a good one.
Shiny that's ugly as sin, but other than that, we're good.
The shiny is terrible actually though. No, my favorite thing is I've got a friend Brian, not Ryan. Hi Brian. He doesn't listen to the show.
I like how it's I like it. It's giving Ryan with that glasses nose mustache.
Yeah, it's just a different. No, it's just Ryan holding his. I'm Brian now. No,
I'm Brian with a B.
They are genuinely different people, and I love talking to him because he experiences Pokemon through Pokemon Go. And
fair enough. Yeah.
Some of my favorite thing is that he doesn't know about Pokemon until they come out in Pokemon Go typically. But he talks to me, obviously, right? So what he does a lot is if it's a Pokemon he like really likes the design of, he will go ahead and like he'll be like, hey Thatch, like what's this one about? Like tell me more, you know?
Nice.
And he'll do that. So it's kind of fun.
I cannot wait for him for the Galar fossils to come out and for him to just sit there and
be confused.
Thatch,
yeah.
Do you think God lives in heaven because he too fears what he has created?
Oh, but yeah, TCG, or I guess TCG news. We'll call it TCG news.
We'll call it TCG news. It's close enough. So in TCG adjacent news, those of you who are in touch with the tournament scene might know that the weekend that we're recording this, the North American International Championships, NAIC, is happening, whatever tense, in New Orleans, Louisiana. Louisiana, right now as we record. And it, for the TCG alone, I don't know how many divisions split. This might be all divisions put together. Most likely is.
It probably is.
There are 4,560 participants, which makes this tournament, this TCG tournament, the second largest TCG tournament ever in the United States. Well,
in the West, outside of
Asia. The first place slot goes to a Magic Grand Prix in Las Vegas from 2015 with 7,500 people.
But actually, if you look
at so many other weird things going on with asterisks on it that it's really hard to explain. It was also kind of like a weird gold rush. I think the impressive thing is there are how many people are going to this one?
4,560.
Okay, there are at least 4,000 people who are able to get new cards for the Pokemon sets, and that is its own miracle.
Getting singles is actually not that bad.
You just got to give it a couple of weeks after the set drops, and then they're everywhere.
Getting singles is not that bad. It's getting like sealed product that's bad.
Right.
I mean, I would argue almost similar to like Magic to some extent. Where
Magic has not been nearly as bad outside of specifically like those tiny limited releases, except for the Final Fantasy set. You cannot find it anywhere.
Yeah.
I will mention a couple other things on this list. Like this list that we're looking at has the top 16 TCG tournaments of all time in outside Asia. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 5 Pokemon events on here, and
they
one
all
of
took
them
place
was
in the past year.
London. Yeah, one of them was London in this year. That had 3,968, almost 4,000. The other one was the Atlanta Regional that happened a couple months ago that I was at. I'm one of these.
No, and what's crazy to
be a statistic.
What's crazy?
I have been most of my life.
What's crazy to me about this list most of all is that on the top 16, NAIC is on there twice. This year's NAIC and last year's NAIC.
And last year also in New Orleans.
Last year's NAIC is 14th on the list, and they had 3,119 players. To see it go up like a 50% increase, which means the one they got like the capacity to do that, is like the logistics is like
this also
it amazes me.
Like looking at the number for Atlanta, this also confirms that this is all divisions put together for me because I know how many masters there were.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So this is all divisions put together into one.
No, it's just like crazy.
TCG. It's wild. I love it.
It's crazy. Like that it's this big. I know that like because you and I have been very focused on TCG, but I've been trying to step back a little bit and like look at everything recently. I know that like the VGC scene has been growing like crazy as well.
Good.
Like it's nuts. Like I think they're finally breaking like 1,000-player tournaments and stuff like that.
Now that the game's actually out, it'll probably be even better.
Well, yeah, actually at NAIC you can't use a Switch 2. It was stated you can't use a Switch 2 at NAIC.
Really?
Yeah, you have to use a Switch 1. Probably because my imagination is because of like the logistics with the hardware.
The hardware plugins and everything. They probably haven't gotten all the equipment.
Yeah, they don't have the equipment to like play with it properly. And plug it into what they need to plug it in. Yeah, I mean, you can still.
Then you can use the Nintendo Switch game cart system to just switch it back.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
fair.
So you could do it.
Remember when they did that really cool thing and no one cared, and then they did one, and then they did the new system, and then everyone lost their mind.
Yeah, exactly. It's yeah. Okay. Yeah, that is it for most of the news. The only thing I do want to throw out there is that PUCL Badge Bonanza is happening for June. It's like a catch-up month, so if you've missed some of the badges, you can actually submit up to 3 that you've missed so far. And then June also has its own badges as well. We have like 4 events going on through PUCL, and if you hit 2 of the 4 of them, you get the gold badge. If you just hit 1, you get the silver badge. Thankfully I auto get them because one of them was to just show up to the 700 live recording. I guess I did. I do remember being there. Actually for the submission, it requires a picture. So I just copied somebody else's picture that said they were there, and they like highlighted their name, and I took it and I go, I'm the guy on top of this one.
An arrow to your face on the stream. That's funny.
Yeah, so it was very cute. But yeah, I think the other one is like I guess it's happening. It's too late for you listening to this now, but we're going to be doing like a live watch of NAIC in the chat. So be there and you can watch the games with the PUCL community. But yeah, and then finally, because I already said it once, but I'm going to say it again. There's a survey for you to fill out in the show notes. please do. It helps us out. At 250 responses, we're going to give away a copy of Pokemon Legends EA. So yeah, we're going to do that. That has been the news this week. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to kick it on over to our Poke Quiz.
Oh hi, and welcome to the Poke Quiz, the part of the show where we quiz our co-hosts on their insane Pokemon knowledge. I'm Mark from the Dunsparce gang, here to explain the rules. Our fabulous co-hosts will work as a team to answer 5 Pokemon-themed trivia questions that fans have submitted on the Discord server. Each question is worth 1 point, with Pokedex and multiple answer questions worth more, for a total of 7 points. The host can use a free hint at any time. If they get all the answers correct and do not use the hint, they can cash it in for an 8th point.
Welcome to Puckle's Poke Quiz, the part of the show where we quiz your co-host on their insane Pokemon knowledge. We're going to jump right on into it, but reminder, you can always let us know or give us trivia questions to try to grill your co-host at pucldiscord.com. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into it. Our first question, as always, is a Pokemon general trivia question. And this week, we're going to get it from LA and NY. That's a good name. It's a nice callback. I'll
be coughing and wheezing.
He'll be coughing and wheezing when you meet him, you know. There is one type where all of the Pokemon that learn fly are also not flying types. What type is it? So
What?
It is a type of Pokemon, 1 out of 18 chance.
Okay.
Well, 1 out of 17, actually, where all of the Pokemon that learn fly are also not flying types. So
of all of this,
of all this type,
take one that I know isn't true.
Yeah.
Bugs.
So like of all the grass types that can learn
fly, none of them are flying type.
Yeah. What flying type bug learns fly?
Actually, in retrospect, I don't. That might be.
I don't mean to say it. It's fine. It's not a guiding question.
No, I'm just going like, wait. I said that, and then I'm not.
I just
sure
don't want
now.
you to start ruling things out of nowhere. Okay,
Yeah.
that's all I'm saying.
One I can rule out of nowhere is Dragon, because Salamence learns it on evolution and all that.
So does Rayquaza, I think, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rayquaza also knows fly.
Dragon's a good one. Flying's out, so you got 16 down.
16 to
water
go.
I
Yeah.
can eliminate. Fairy I can eliminate.
Yeah. Normal. You could probably knock out normal.
Yeah, I
guys,
can eliminate.
Yeah,
like,
for the Pidgeot and
rock. I'm trying to think of like Pokemon that learn fly that aren't flying type, and then see if I can back solve from there. You know.
I almost feel like this is a roundabout way of asking which of the 17 elemental types has flying not been combined with yet.
No, flying's been combined with all of them.
It's
And
I thought so. Like,
yeah, it has been. Yeah.
Okay, so what are weird flyers?
yeah. Like bug comes to mind.
The only bug type I can think that learns it is Vikavolt. Because all the other bug flyings I think are too small.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like all of them are itty bitty and can't actually fly. Like bug does come to mind.
It might be bug. Because I said that, I was like, "Oh, Masquerain." I was like, "No, you can't fly a Masquerain."
Yeah.
Are you gonna answer bug?
I'm gonna say bug. Actually,
yeah, I'm down with it.
All right, bug is correct.
Thank goodness.
There are three bug types that can learn fly, and which is surprising that I didn't realize it was so few.
Genesect.
It is. It's Genesect, Vikavolt, and Volcarona. And none of them are flying types. None of which are
flying. All right, yeah. Because all the bug flyings are little guys.
They're just little guys.
Makes sense.
All right. So you're 1 for 1. Your last question, or your next, not your last question. Your next question.
Took me a minute to wrap my head around that one.
Yeah. This is from P. McGee. What is the only type to not have a signature move with at least 100 base power?
Oh. Ooh.
A signature move.
Yes, okay.
Could this also be bug? No, Mega
Is
Horn.
this just the bug episode?
Is it the bug episode? I feel like Mega Horn was a signature move.
It also doesn't have it definitely isn't now.
Yeah.
Attack order's 90, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's 90.
I don't know why I answered that for you.
90 with high crit rate, I think.
Yeah. It's a PTU question more than it's anything else for me.
Signature move. I keep getting thrown by that.
It's like you have some moves that are okay. So poison has the toxic chain now.
Yeah. Grass has seed flare.
Fairy has what? I'm trying to think of types that don't have a lot of moves.
Ruin, Light of Ruin.
Oh yeah, Light of Ruin.
Yeah.
First Impression is 90.
Yeah.
That's also not a signature move anymore, huh?
Yeah, now that Low Kicks learns it.
I think it might be Bug again.
Is it really Bug again?
Are you gonna go with that? Is that gonna be your selection?
Well, because like I can think of all the other like Water's got Origin Pulse. Ground has Precipice Blades.
Normal got buffed with Type Nulls thing.
Normal also just has like the drill move that the Dunsparce learns.
Oh yeah.
Then we've got Rock with Rock Wrecker.
I guess V Create's not a signature move anymore.
Searing Shot is, and that's got 100.
Unless it is because it was by event only with the Rayquaza.
But still, well, it's always been event only. But again, Searing Shot means it's still fine. It's still valid.
Oh,
as well
yeah,
as Mind Blown.
Yeah,
I need an answer here, guys.
Do we just go with
Bug?
Bug, lock in.
Bug's correct.
Yeah. What the
Bug's
heck?
correct. I did it on purpose when I was like
saying Bug confidently, dithering, and being right.
You're right.
I remember. I thought about it. It's kind of like when you're taking a multiple choice test on a Scantron and you keep going C. I wanted to make you guess yourself. You know,
I'm real nervous about this column of C's.
Yeah. All right. Well, I will spoil it and tell you the next one's probably not a bug type, but this next one's your Pokedex entry, and this is from Bold Big Flank. This entry comes to you from Pokemon Ultra Moon. Some say the reason these Pokemon in Alola are a little stronger than their counterparts elsewhere is the presence of Muck, their natural enemy.
Okay, what bug preys on Muck?
Oh my gosh. Not a bug. It's not a bug.
It's not a bug.
So they've got it. So it's got to be something within a Alolan form.
Yeah, and is it
or above? That's how Pelipper got Drizzle.
That's it. It's either like something that lives in the city, or like it could
Raichu Dex entries. I know basically offhand. What about Galarian? No, Alolan Meowth is all about its coat.
Is this Alolan Raticate again?
What about Diglett? No, because
that's all their hair.
No, I mean,
is it an Alolan form, or is it just saying that the ones who live in Alola are a little stronger because they eat muck?
This is rough.
Could you read the first part again for us, Thatch?
Some say the reason these Pokemon in Alola are a little stronger than their counterparts elsewhere is the presence of Muck, their natural enemy.
Their natural enemy.
So
they don't feed necessarily.
Relationship. Yeah.
What's an enemy of Alolan Muck?
Well,
is it Alolan Muck as opposed to Muck? No, it couldn't be. Is it Garbodor?
I don't even.
Something that is an enemy with Muck. I feel like Garbodor would be an enemy because the Alolan Muck is a trash like destruction thing, and it keeps trying to eat it.
You can answer it. We can go to the next entry.
Yeah. I want to throw out something that's at least reasonable. Do you want to try Garbodor?
Yeah, let's try Garbodor for now. Yeah.
Okay. Garbodor is your answer. Well, here's your next entry, and you can decide if you want to change or keep. Again,
Okay.
bold big flank. This is from Pokemon X, and I didn't change the color. I kept it red because I had Y in my head for some reason. It clenches opponents with its left arm and finishes them off with a foul-smelling poison gas belched from its mouth.
This is starting to
it's
sound like Garbodor.
We're gonna just go Garbodor. We're gonna keep that.
Yeah, we're committing.
I think so. Yeah.
Let's commit. The answer is in fact Garbodor. That is the answer. All right.
Up until you said belch poison, I was like, is it Kingler?
The natural enemy of muck.
Well, I was going to be confused, but like sometimes people have weird rivals.
All right. This one is your multi-answer question. I believe there are 4 answers here. What I'm going to need is 1 answer for 1 point, 2 answers for 2 points, and 4 answers for all 3 points.
Okay.
Here we go. Our question comes to you from the Afterman. Which 4 moves have exactly a 50% accuracy?
4 moves, 50%
Zap
accurate.
Cannon.
Zap Cannon.
You have to lock them in 3 strikes. Yeah, you know the drill. So we're locking Zap Cannon.
Zap
Cannon's
Cannon,
correct.
lock in.
Zap Cannon is correct.
Oh no.
I'm pretty sure Dynamic Punch.
Yes. Yeah.
Are you locking
Lock
in Dynamic Punch? Dynamic Punch is
in.
correct. That is 2. There are 2 more. 2 more moves.
I think Inferno is 55.
Okay.
You do have 3 strikes. You can always, risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah.
Well, if we've got strikes, I'll say Inferno.
Sure.
Inferno is correct. It has a 50%. It's just Zap Cannon. It's just Zap Cannon, but fire.
Okay,
No,
cool,
because it has a way lower power. It's not 150.
Oh yeah, but it just
always
burns
burns
on contact. Always
Is
burns.
there-
Always paralyzes. There's one more move.
Is there one more that does the same thing, 50%, and always does a status of some sort? There's para, there's burn, there's confusion.
No.
Do we have a
I don't think
poison
so.
one? Do we have a sleep one? I don't think so.
Does Sing have a 50% accuracy?
It might now. It might now.
It might always
Hypnosis
have.
has 60.
I think Sing
Could
might
it be Sing?
55. Because like there are a lot of things that are 55 because it's just better than a coin flip.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah.
That's true. Supersonic.
I mean, we can use a strike on Sing and just see.
Sure, Sing.
Seeing is incorrect. That is a 55%
Ooh.
accuracy.
55. Okay.
There's one more move. One more.
Is there one that freezes? Is there some weird move that freezes?
No, there's no way to guarantee
way.
a freeze.
Yeah. Is it
Huh?
like a crit move or a switch move? No, those all have 100.
Everything I can like Supersonic I know is 55. Sing, Grass Whistle, I know is 55.
Yeah, you're right on those.
Um
Ooh, we might miss it here.
it's
I need an answer here.
I know.
I need something. You also have the hint. Don't forget you have the hint.
We do have the hint, and I think we're gonna miss it without it.
yeah, but we've already got one of the points, right? Do we need to get all of them?
We've got 2 points for 4. To get all 4, we would need
to get all 3.
the
To
fourth
get all
answer.
3. Yeah, you have to get the fourth
Pardon me. Yeah,
answer.
to get all 3.
Let's take the 2. I want to save the hint for the decks because I've been botching those horribly.
It's the stat line, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. The stat ones.
Okay. I'm sure. Yeah, YOLO. That's
So you guys give up? Just throw 2
Grass
moves at me.
Whistle. Lock
Nope.
in.
No, 55.
Dang it.
What
One
is,
more strike.
Present.
Present
Lock
is
in.
no. I think that's like 100%.
It's actually not because that move is terrible.
But the answer
50%
that
to
you're
do something good.
so that's both your strikes. The answer is Dark
Yeah.
Void. Dark Void.
Oh,
It's
yeah, they
50%.
nerfed it. That's right.
Oh,
nerfed it.
and that's what it got cut to. No wonder I couldn't
Yep.
remember it.
All right. Well, you got that. So you got 2 here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're at 6. 6 for 4. Your last question is your base stat question, as always. And that is going to be Zep Cannon, Inferno, Dark Void, Dynamic Punch. Base stat question, and that is going to come to you from Grievered Smash. like the Graveyard Smash.
Mm.
What
was on in the Flash?
Yeah. What ghost type has the lowest base speed?
Slow Ghost.
Slow Ghost. Slowest ghost type.
Well, let's take our hint.
It is a ghost type.
Congratulations.
I'm almost certain I know it.
It is a.
Now I think about it.
It is a ghosty boy. A pure ghosty boy. A pure ghosty boy.
Is it a notable Eviolite user?
Is it one of my children?
No.
Really?
Oh,
okay. I was thinking Corsola.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, give me Ghoul.
Yeah, with the chest.
Are you locking that in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gimme Ghoul chest is like 10.
Gimme Ghoul chest is the correct answer. Gimme Ghoul chest has a base stat of 10. Sandygast follows that up with 15. Sableye and Litwick tie for 20, and Duskull and Duskull and Dusclops are at 25.
Yeah, Corsola and Corsola share it at 30.
Yep.
Oh, 30. Okay.
So yeah, that gives you guys an additional, how many points was that? 7? 7.
I forgot that Sableye's base speed was so low. That's Mega. Mega Sableye's 20. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I meant Mega Sableye. I wrote.
I was like,
Sableye.
That doesn't feel right.
There wasn't a Mega Sableye GIF in the Gen 5 sprite, so I put the wrong one. But yeah, Let me go ahead and give you the trivia scores. I need to come up with a graphic for this, but there is. You guys got 7 points. Seth, that should make you very happy. And let's go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and sort here. In first place, we have Seth Vilo with 61.
Wow.
Take that, Claude.
In second place, we have Claude with 59. In third place, we have R Sigma with 48. In fourth place, we have Jushiro with 44. In fifth, we have Lynian with 37. In sixth, Whimsicott with 35. Yeah, you're within jumping distance, you know. We have Shark Finnegan in seventh with 32. In eighth, Bo with 30. Oh, no. In eighth, Sublime with 30. And in ninth, Bo with 18. Top 4 get to go to that championship in November. So we'll see how it goes. Until then, though, guys, we are going to kick things on over to our topic. Welcome to our topic. Our topic today is a return to the PUCL region. Last time we talked about the PUCL region, we went ahead and we recruited people for our gym leaders in the PUCL region. But now I think it's time to step it up a little bit, and we're going to talk about the Elite Four and the champion. I think there's a lot of notable characters that belong there. We had so many emails and responses, and I felt bad because like some of the characters they mentioned in those, like they're like, these would be great gym leaders. And I was like, oh, we were kind of holding off on those.
Yeah.
I know at least I was personally holding off on some of those for this episode.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, yeah, we probably won't use any of them.
Not yet. We'll get
Not
there.
yet.
Just you wait.
Just you wait. We're going to get there. And so I feel really bad doing this. And like, so for those of you who are unaware, what we're doing is the PUCL region is an empty region that we found. And what we want to do is we want to recruit NPCs that don't really have a job in other Pokemon games to come and fill in for us, right? We're not finding anybody new in the PUCL region. It's empty. It's dead. We're importing people.
There's Pokemon though. We're just building the human side infrastructure.
Yeah. We're building the human side infrastructure right now. And so last episode we did gym leaders, and I definitely recommend. Isn't it fun though?
You're trying so hard to not make this colonialism, and I applaud you.
Yeah. There's nobody here, okay? There's just Pokemon.
Nobody here.
There's no one here. Just ignore all the villages, okay?
We put the villages there too. Yes.
It's fine. The villages were put there by us, and it's fine. Welcome to the PUCL region. It's shaped like Ohio with a little bit of Michigan and everything else surrounding Lake Erie. This is just my headcanon. I don't care what yours is.
The way you greet people is you dab and you say skibbity.
Sure. And then you do this really weird thing where you put your hands over your head and you yell O and then H and
someone else has to go hi-o.
Hi-o. And then you go sing Hang On Sloopy. But so the way this works is we're going to go ahead and It's kind of like our top 5 episodes where we're just gonna go around and talk about characters and see if they fit the bill for kind of what we're trying to do here. And as a group, we can decide like maybe not, like maybe we have a better suggestion or something like that. But I feel bad because I'm coming out of the gate real strong, and instead of going for an Elite Four member, I'm kind of just going for champion.
Okay, all right, jumping
out
right
the gate
in.
Strong. Okay, and I think this is super warranted. Okay. I think this is the best one. And I think the answer is Zinnia. I think Zinnia for champion makes a ton of sense.
Okay.
We get she's just a good character. I wish we got more of her. She's not doing anything, right? Like she's not doing anything. She's got her Whismer, who by now is probably an Explode, as well as Mega Evolution with a Mega Salamence probably at this point. Or even a Mega Altaria, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows she's not spending time with her family.
But yeah, I mean,
sorry, that came immediately. I've been trying to hold it back. I couldn't.
But I mean, it's like your very generic like dragon type champion type deal, right?
I have a nomination for a dragon type Elite Four is the problem that I think also works very well.
Okay. Well, let's talk about that in conjunction with this. I still think there's room for it. We can still make it work. We can make it work. Zinnia is insane.
To the second stringers here.
No, that's what we're doing. It's all the second stringers. That's what this is.
So do you guys remember the Alola title defenses?
Yes. No, I know who you're talking about. I know exactly who you're talking about. I wanted to nominate him for a gym leader.
Ryuki.
Yeah, I think
we his deal?
I think so. I think
kind of starts a gym, but like not really. It's explicitly like a tourist attraction, and people are in the Ultra games, and people are like, "Who is this guy?" And he's like, "I'm just kind of here."
You know what's even worse is the official. We never got like official art. Like there's official art for him, but it was never like released online. Like all we have are like scans from books for like official art for him.
That's right.
Like that's how unknown he is.
Such a notable NPC that you would just encounter, and it's like, what are you?
Yeah.
Why are you here?
What are you
now that
doing?
I'm looking at him, why does he look like Zeraora?
Man, what if there was planned to be like a thing where he got a Zeraora or something? This is one of those things in Pokemon where like I could see them having like done that and then just use the designs for something different.
Yeah,
I don't think it was. I think the Zeraora thing is largely coincidental.
He was in the anime. He made it into the anime.
He did. Yeah.
What?
What I figure happened is that he was designed for an earlier version as the unhosted dragon totem guy, and then between the plot points about them all being kids and or like youth and trying to keep Pony Island unpopulated. I think that between those two things, they probably had this very well-developed character that even sent over to the anime team.
Yep.
That there's no reason to throw out.
It's very
and they went, let's just throw him here, I guess.
And he's got a guitar for some reason.
No, what's more of a bummer to me is I remember when he came out and like Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee were coming out and we were going back to Kanto. I'm like, wouldn't it be really cool to just like see Ryuki or something like that? Because he's from Kanto.
No, it was Mina.
We see Mina, I guess. It's fine. Why would we see this guy? He's only from Kanto.
Whoa. In Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Hassel mentions that a boy from his family abandoned his position as the leader of their clan to pursue music, implying that boy to be Ryuki.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
It's a bit of a stretch, but I do appreciate it.
I like it.
How interesting.
I like it. Oh my gosh, that's really good.
I feel like we can't have Zinnia and Ryuki in the
same. I really feel like Ryuki should just be a gym leader. I don't think we had a dragon type.
I kind of like Ryuki as champion more than Zinnia.
He's already a champion because he's already a champion contender.
Maybe not a champion. Let's make him Elite Four. Like I'm okay with that. And we can just dump Zinnia at Elite Four. Like I'm okay with that. Zinnia can go do something else in the region.
She's busy talking to Rayquaza.
We'll bring her over for something else, okay? We got other episodes. Yeah. Zinnia will come back. But Ryuki in the Dragon type, as a Dragon type E4 member, I'm here for, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What was his team? I gotta look to see what his team was in the game.
Had a Drampa.
Generic dragons.
I don't remember much beyond that.
Garchomp, Drampa, Turtonator, Dragonite, and Komo-o was his.
Yeah.
Like,
He really doesn't need
team.
that much of a retool. That's terrifying.
No,
Not
we're just
really,
we're just here. We're just kind of here now. We're just good. Like maybe you put a Dragapult on there somewhere and good.
Yeah. Or whatever.
I think he's the fourth
is.
member. He's the fourth member of the Elite Four, right? Because he's Dragon. We have to do that.
Yeah.
Like we have to do it. I agree.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
Hassel's
Seth,
all happy. My son has followed in the family footsteps and not here, but has done
in Ohio. In Ohio.
Oh, a boy from his family, not his son. Oh, my nephew. Whatever.
I don't think Hassel has kids.
My
Happy
troubled nephew.
My troubled nephew. Oh my gosh. Seth, do you have a character that you think would be good for Elite Four?
I've got an idea.
Okay.
And it's a little bit of a stretch, but I was kind of looking through named NPCs, and there's been recently kind of a little bit of a shift from like this guy is this type gym leader and this guy's this type. There's occasionally ones where it's like a theme, and each Elite Four gym leader, usually it's Elite Four type vibe, has a theme to them.
Yeah.
There is a character from number 1, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, number 2, the manga.
Okay. Deep cuts, continue.
Deep cut. He's in both. And he is a competitor in the Pokeathlon in Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
Okay, he's not doing anything. It's been shut down.
No, he's boring.
He's bored.
He's got nothing to do. His name is Jet. And the 3 that he would compete with you with the Pokeathlon with were all, it was in the Supreme Cup, and he faces you in the Speed course.
He doesn't even have art. This is so sad. He doesn't even have...
Yeah, but he's got manga art, and he looks cool.
He does look cool.
He looks absurd.
He looks ridiculous, and I love it.
Okay, this man is an Elite Four member. Like, this is an Elite Four member.
And he's just got, like, the fastest things in the universe. Like,
oh my
his
gosh,
manga team's weird.
Oh my gosh, all of his Pokemon are just fast. It's Dodrio, Rapidash, and Tauros in the games. And in the manga, he's got a Voltorb, I guess an Oddish, a Dodrio again as well.
Oddish for some reason.
That's so
his
funny.
ace be like a Sunkern that's somehow like level 150 or something?
Yes. I don't even know what his type is. I don't know what Jet's type is.
I think it's just speed type.
He's just speed type.
Walk into him with a Trick Room team, and he's just, oh no!
I love this man and his design.
It's so ridiculous.
Like, I can't get over this. Actually,
I want Speedman in the Elite Four as the fastest thing.
Did you guys ever watch Malcolm in the Middle? And there's that episode where they have the speed walkers, with like the helmets to like help them go fast. Oh, it looks just like this.
He's got the long hair that
I've got to find
sticking out behind him like Arceus's head.
Yeah, let me see if I can find this. But yeah, Malcolm in the Middle had this episode with Speedwalkers.
Oh no.
Hal gets involved. Hal gets involved, and it's just hilarious. Okay, here's the image. I've got an image. I will pull it up for everybody and send it to you guys as well. That way you guys can see. This is what Jet looks like. Jet looks like this.
Oh my gosh, that's it.
Jet looks like this guy.
Yes. They look ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just that's the helmet they have to reduce drag for speed walking. Like, it's so ridiculous.
So
it's so ridiculous.
But yes, this man has the fastest team on the planet.
So he needs to have some of his current team. He needs Reggie Alecki.
Reggie Alecki. Yeah.
If we want to include the legendaries, Alecki for some reason.
Deoxys Speed, Zero.
That's why Zinnia doesn't join the Elite Four. She rejects a man using Deoxys, the thing that almost destroyed the planet, and doesn't want to join on principle.
She can be the main villain.
No, I think there was somebody else I thought for main villain that would be really good, but
Sunburn.
But Jet's here.
Max Pokemon, the Pokeathlon Sunkern.
So yeah, Jet needs a Sunkern cosplayer and Jet.
Dragon type cosplayer and
so
Jet.
Say that we need female characters from here on out.
I mean, if there's more jets of the more jets in the world, I'm here for it. Okay.
Yeah. I've got
Sunkern, Dodrio, Tauros, Rapidash, and
yeah.
I have a pitch for the champion.
Oh, hit us.
Okay, hit it. Just do it. There's no order
it's someone
to
that,
this.
especially if we're playing, I think a lot of people want to beat up.
Oh no.
And if we are going to have a bonus boss, there's only one person that it can be. Okay. And that is Tobias.
Tobias. What oh man.
He just shows up and has his Darkrai again. Why is this here?
So we should probably explain who it is for people who are much younger than us.
Yes. Yes. Tobias ruined everything.
He did.
Yeah. Tobias, for those of you who are unaware, was in the Generation 4 anime. Ash was just doing really well. It was the last time during like one of the tournament arcs where they let him actually use all of his Pokemon. And instead of just the Pokemon you caught in that region, and he was doing real well. And there was people like that. Even the writers must have been like, well, there's just no way to stop this. Like, he's too good. We can't think of a way that he loses. And then somebody's just like,
there were no characters to which he could lose. And it would be narratively satisfying.
It would be narratively satisfying. And so somebody's just like, what if this guy was just real hard? What if he just had a bunch of legends? And there's just this random guy that shows up and he's got a Darkrai and a Latios.
So he has a Darkrai who does not lose at all. It beats every single trainer on the way up without using another Pokemon because why not make this guy just an unstoppable force?
In the finals,
Ash meets him in the finals.
Yeah,
and he sends out.
No, it's
Darkrai.
the semifinals. It's the semifinals.
It was He sends out Darkrai. Ash beats Darkrai, and then he goes, "I must use another one of my Pokemon," and he sends out Latios, who then beats the rest of Ash's team.
His team, it's so unsatisfying.
The note on here on the Bulbapedia page is very funny. It is assumed that Tobias has at least 4 other Pokemon, as he participated in a full battle, which requires 6. What are the other 4?
Yeah, it's not even like alluded to, or they did not even build out his character that much. They're like, well, the way we'll make it satisfying is Ash does better than other people did.
That he never appears again.
And then he just never appears again. And it's sad.
There's no setup for this character.
No.
There's no payoff for this character.
No.
Just an absolute writers needed something, and it was so stupid.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Tobias was not shown among the 64 trainers that attended the opening ceremony for the. He wasn't. They probably didn't think about him until after they started doing it and like animating it. They're like, oh man, guys, actually though, I don't know how he loses.
Yeah, he does show up in the like early episode on a matchup sheet I'm looking at.
Do you know what I bet happened? Is they're like, all right, time to retire Ash. We're doing the Gen 5 thing.
Yeah.
Where we're going to do a soft reboot, and we're going to age up
that's probably true, though.
The players. So we're going to have Ash be the champion, and then last minute they get a letter going, no, keep Ash.
That feels like what it feels very much like what happened.
Tobias.
Okay,
yes.
He should be champion. I'm not against this idea, and he's not doing anything.
You never see him until you walk into the champion room. Yes. You've never seen him.
Or even better, you've been told the champion is someone else the entire game, and you open the door after beating.
Or you've been told there's
that guy's
no
just unconscious on the floor.
Yeah. Or you've been told there's no champion at all, and then you walk in and he's like, "I am here." What?
What? Why? No.
And if you beat him, the game crashes.
You must face me.
Well, when you get to his third Pokemon, the game crashes because we don't know what it is. He's got a Darkrai and a Latios, and we don't know what else.
Eternatus, Eternamax.
This is the guy who shows up to like a tournament where everybody understands that you're playing overused, like the Smogon tier overused, but like it's not in the rules. And this is the guy that shows up and just brings all Ubers.
6 Arceus.
Yeah, he just brings like 6 Ubers, and then he wins, and he's like, "Yeah, I guess you guys are just kind of bad." And you're just like, "No, you just didn't play by the rules. Like you're just not a normal person." But yeah, it was very, very.
I love it.
Weird.
This is really funny.
Yeah.
Do you have someone else for the other member, Thatch? Other
for
Elite
the
Four folks?
we have two Elite Four members left. We still have 2 slots. And mine was mostly Zinnia, and so I hadn't gotten that far yet.
I've got an idea.
Okay, throw it out there. I was flipping through the sheet and I hadn't gotten there yet. But yeah, I'd love to hear what yours is.
I've got an idea that kind of plays back into the theme as opposed to the type, but could also be a type, maybe.
Okay.
Someone who was probably fired from their guild when they, got back home. Probably why you encountered them in the first place in the game. It's Kara Liss.
Oh, Carol Liss. Okay.
The lady.
Okay, continue. I know who you're talking about.
Oh my gosh, it's a Lola? Galar.
Galar.
Yeah, she
it's
made
the lady from Galar
fossils.
that you go to resurrect the Galarian fossils.
Oh my gosh, how do you spell her name so I can pull up a picture?
Caraliss.
Liss.
Oh, it's
who
a
has
space.
a unique model in the game, actually.
Yes, actually, though, yeah. I
And,
don't want.
like,
I don't want her as an Elite Four member. She's too much of a disappointment.
She's made a bunch. She's got a bunch of actual fossils, including her, like 1 or 2 of her horrendous fossil monsters from Galar. Like she's got a Dracovish that's choice banned in rain. Blah
Poor
blah
guy.
blah. And like other fossils that have been properly resurrected, if you will.
Yeah,
She could be like primarily rock with 1
She could
Dracovish.
be primarily rock. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so
Her name in Japanese is Ukatsu, which is from Ukatsu, which is careless. So it's just
I kind of want to like table her just to save her for like a professor discussion.
That's
because I think
that's funny.
Okay. Like a perfect, like I don't want her in the Elite Four, but I want her somewhere,
Okay, yeah. I just figured, she gets back in
She does.
Her research team is like, "What did you do? No, get out. You don't work here anymore." So
you don't work here anymore.
I do love.
Guys, I figured out how this Pokemon was put together. They just see all the wandering Pokemon in pain. They're like, oh, this is a crime.
This is a crime. She's in jail.
This is a crime.
She's like, hey, did you know the Ohio region has a non-extradition policy?
I've changed my business location to the Ohio region.
To the PUCL, Ohio region. It's fine.
I love it.
All right.
Okay.
That was my first thought. So like, I'm
gonna veto it. I'm gonna veto it.
Yeah.
Thank you for the stall. People that are not doing anything nowadays in the Pokemon region. What is this person? I just saw a name. Oh, that's an actual person. What about Peony? What if he takes his roll back up? Comes out of retirement.
What about his
his daughter?
He's just kind of,
his daughter? Like Peonia?
Peonia could be interesting.
Peonia sounds more interesting.
Even less to do.
She has, like Peony has character, but Peonia, like she's looking for something to do, right?
She has a single Dragon Rock Pokemon in Tyrantrum, so it could be a Rock type.
She could be Rock type.
type.
Yeah. Or she could just like have ditched the Tyrantrum, honestly, and just like gone full steel like Peony.
Could be, yeah.
I think that's like a very reasonable thing to do. I think we can do it.
You get a bit about, my sister Penny.
Oh, my sister Penny went off to school. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm now even more bummed that we didn't get more Peonia in like Scarlet and Violet. Man, why are they so bad at this? Why is it always so unsatisfying? Why is it always so unsatisfying? Like, I'm really bummed about that, actually. But yeah, I think she would be cool. Like, it would be really cool to see Peonia come out and just be like, "Yep, I'm here now."
I like
it. I've trained a lot. That family is a powerhouse family.
That family, we've had so many things from that family.
Did we? What else do we have from that family?
The main antagonist of Sword and Shield.
Oh yeah, of course. Like Rose is her uncle, and
Rose is her uncle.
Penny gets like
Penny.
Yeah, I mean Peonia like gets nothing, right?
Yeah.
It's just sinking in that Penny stole all that money from the league, and in her family, she's not even the biggest criminal.
Oh my gosh. That's so silly. That's so true,
funny.
though.
That's why her dad's never around. He's in prison.
No, her dad is
Peony.
Her dad is Peony.
No, I know.
Her
uncle's in
uncle
prison.
is Rose. Yeah, her uncle's
in jail. But that does explain how they got it out. They're just like, all right, we'll open a power plant. If
3 generations of this family, though. It sounds really funny.
Oh my gosh, though. Yeah, right. It would be so funny. I hope Gen 10 just has another random member of this family for no reason.
The unnamed mother is there.
Yeah, just another member's there. It's fine. It would be better if the mother was the ex of Rose and then married Peony, or vice versa. But I digress. Sorry,
Lynian, you sounded like you had an idea.
I have an idea. So speaking of family member, what we really need is someone who has connections to 2 different Elite Four members.
Oh no.
Okay. Is it
so hear me out?
Are we warping
deep in
through
the
time?
heart of Sinnoh?
Clap,
Up high in the mountains, there was a horrible freeze and cave in. And they have finally thawed out Charm, who was caught in the cave in.
Okay,
Charm.
so last time we talked about like Ingo or like no, we were talking about Marcus coming through time, but I think I think it would be cute to have like reverse Hisui, like somebody reverse Hisui somebody to us. I think that would be really funny.
They tried to send back Inigo, and Charm just dived through.
Dear Arceus, we can't figure out the 4th member of our Elite Four. We pray to you to bring us someone that could fill in the slot. And Charm falls to the sky.
Just Charm.
So like Charm is one of the Misfortune sisters. She's the one who looks like both Agatha and Bertha.
I love that.
And then she uses a Rhydon and a Gengar. Yeah, they do it on purpose. Like they know what they're doing.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. She's supposed to be referring to both of them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's very very cute. Yeah, she could. I mean, honestly, she could just be a rock ghost. It's fine. Just give her both.
I love it. Give her the signature rock ghost for this gen.
Ground ghost.
Yeah,
ground ghost. Ground plus ghost. Yeah.
Ground ghost. Do we have a couple of those?
We got Rune Regis. You've got
the sand guy.
Palisand.
Yeah, Palisand.
Okay, yeah. We're filling out a team. Imagine having a team that is
Gengar.
6 of the same type.
Gengar.
Rhydon Gengar, Palisand Golurk, Rune Regis, and
Rhydon
Sunkern.
just a Rhyperior. Just a Rhyperior. It's there. It's fine. Just a Rhyperior and a Gengar. Let's like really drive home that we're related to these people, you know?
In case you didn't know.
In case you weren't aware, I am related to them. We're trying to... We would be terrible managers to like put together a region.
I won't tell you which one, though.
Yeah. I think Charm is good. I'm not against Charm.
We've already broken the mold of people being warped in from time and space and different IPs.
With Marcus. Wouldn't it be really weird if they like met each other like, yeah, I'm not from here either. Time-wise, you know.
They fall in love.
I doubt it. One of them, I think Marcus is like a psychopath, right? Like,
yeah.
Marcus is like insane.
He's crazy.
Like,
no,
Marcus
my lord, we must defeat God and imprison him in
exactly.
cement.
Exactly.
And Charm's like cement,
concerning. Yeah. Yeah, if they're together, they probably wouldn't last too long. They'd probably go back to Sinnoh.
Probably.
They'd probably go back to Sinnoh and like try to figure it out.
You said you've met Arceus?
Yeah, exactly.
That would be so funny. Oh my god.
What a subplot. What a subplot.
I see you've already defeated my husband.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Yeah. Marcus turns out to be be the grandfather or other ancestor of Agatha and Bertha, right?
Yeah.
I've been pretending like I know. I need to look up who the hell Marcus is.
I pulled it up on the video version because I figured
wait,
people
what?
would know who it is. Yeah.
Yeah, Marcus.
Yeah.
I recognize him, but only because I went to an extremely funny panel at SoccerCon this year where someone watched all of the Pokemon movies.
Wait, did you at the panel watch all the Pokemon movies or like?
Well, no, that would have taken several hours.
Yeah, I know.
If not days. No,
There
the
was one
panelists did, and then did like movie book reports on all of them.
Yes.
Oh
And,
no, I'm so
the
sorry.
There was a running gag about one of the guys wanting Marcus to adopt him and having commissioned, presumably for the panel, art of him being Marcus's son. Like it was a whole.
Oh my gosh.
thing.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That's a little intense. That's a little intense.
Oh no, it's just those guys are hysterical. They do a bunch of cons.
I feel like this would be a good cosplay though, like for real.
Yeah. Nobody would
Marcus.
know who you are.
It's me from the Pokemon world. Don't you know who I am?
Nobody
No.
knows this movie. Nobody like this is when
Good.
movies stopped being good. Well, actually,
No,
it was
this
far
is the
before
last
this.
good one.
They were never good, but
I like this one.
I don't know. Like I think
will
Pokemon the first movie was like at least written like as a movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Look,
then
but
2000 was fine. It's an adventure time.
Fine.
And
The one
three
that-
was
the one-
good. And then the guy I think that was writing them died. And so
Oh, that would do it.
yeah, and so they got a lot worse after that.
they're all bad. One that made me lose it is the Hoopa movie, which literally ends with Arceus sending down a beam to stop the plot.
The Hoopa movie's bad. Like the
I
Hoopa
hate
It's
movie.
so
that.
bad. Its only redeeming quality is watching a 5-year-old mash his legendary Pokemon toys
Yeah,
at
I
each
love
other.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like literally so many of the Pokemon movies are just trash. Like in my rankings, and I guess this is a little off topic, but that's fine. Like I would rank like the first 3; those are like decent and watchable. And then the 4th movie's bad. The 5th movie is okay. You get like some Venice. It's fine. It's not as it's a step below the first 3. 6th movie is bad. 7th movie is fine. It's kind of like the same Venice vibes, but like futuristic city. And then 8, which one was 8? Oh my gosh, the 8th Pokemon movie was. I like that one. It was Lucario Mystery of the Mew. It was fine. That was fine. The Manaphy movie, bad. Ash goes Super Saiyan.
Nice.
Don't know if you guys knew that. And then there is also the 10th movie is when you got Darkrai, which was okay. Same with the Giratina movie. And then Jewel of Life, I've never actually watched. It's probably fine.
I like it.
And I'm not going to talk about the other 20, so we're fine. We're just going to be done with that. The remake of the first movie is bad though, because they got rid of the Vikings joke.
Yeah.
Like, why would you do that?
Do we have our?
We have the. Oh yeah, we have the list. Yeah. I wrote it. I made an order for myself. And I don't.
Okay.
Okay, what's your order? I can't see it.
Yeah, it's not on the screen or anything. It's just in my hands. So in first place, we've got first person you're going to fight is going to be Charm, who's a ground ghost type specialist, right?
Love it.
Mhm.
She's here. Why not? Then Peonia is going to be there with Steel types because she grew up. She realized Peony was correct and she should do that, right? Our
And it's
third
not
elite.
EVs.
Our third Elite Four member is just running around on the walls, and his name is Jet, and the types that he specializes in are speed.
Speed type.
It's the speed type.
That
I
scene
want him to
from
be-
One Punch Man with the guy speeding
Yeah.
through the forest.
I just want him to be like so uninformed about how Pokemon work, that he believes
How
that
could you
speed is
defeat me?
he believes that speed is a Pokemon type.
Yes.
And so that's what he does, and his ace is Sunkern.
I love it.
And then Ryuki is our
It's
Dragon
good.
type Elite Four member.
Best.
And then our champion is Tobias with a
love it.
Darkrai, a Latios, and then who knows what else.
Mhm.
It can only be mythicals and legendaries from Gen 4 and prior though.
And whatever the mythical is for that gen or
Oh,
whatever,
Yes.
and he just has it, and you're like, "What is that?" And you can't get it for 6 months.
Yes. What is that? Well, it'll be.
What the heck is that?
There's gonna be a special distribution at GameStop.
Yeah.
For
Your
you to get
Pokedex
this.
just doesn't work. It's coded to have no information.
Yeah, exactly.
We can't extract any data for it.
Oh,
it just
that would be like really cool in like that's a cool callback to if I don't know if you remember from the original Pokemon anime, but when Gary fights Giovanni and he fights Mewtwo, he tries to use the Pokedex to identify Mewtwo, and it's just like there is no data on this Pokemon. And that would be really silly.
You get really the name, you get nothing else. That's it.
Nothing. You just get the name, no type information, nothing. It knows no type, 5 moves. No anything. It knows 5 moves though. For some reason.
5 moves. Stupid.
Tobias cheats. But yeah. All right. So yeah. So if you at home listening to this would like to let us know who you think should be the Elite Four members and the champion of the PUCL region, let us know at the email next week at puclpodcast@gmail.com. I think we had a lot of good deep cuts here today. And these are really fun and I really like them. So
what if Tobias what if like Pokemon number 5, the Tobias trainer walks out and reveals himself to be a Zoroark, then you defeat the Zoroark, and then Tobias releases himself from a Pokeball?
No,
as the last team slot.
That's so silly. That's so silly.
His last Pokemon is himself.
It has to be something just ridiculous that makes no sense.
Something dumb. The mythical Pokemon for the Ohio region is Tobias.
Sonic.
Sonic. Well, I'm sure Yoshi is a catchable Pokemon in the PUCL region. So.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, let us know at puclpodcast@gmail.com what you guys think should be there instead. Until then, we are going to kick it on over to our next segment, our Pokey Opinion. We'll catch you on the flip-flop. Welcome to PUCL's A Pokey Opinion. You can submit opinions over on the Discord server, or we'll come up with our own. But this is where we kind of just talk about something a little bit sillier in the Pokemon universe.
Sillier?
Sillier. Yeah. I think what we did was very serious. I think our discussion just now was very serious and down to earth. But this one's going to be a little bit sillier. And this is going to be from, this one came to us on the Discord server from Egotistical Elekid. And the question was, which Pokemon are able to compete in the Olympics? Which Pokemon had the best chance at breaking the medal count, and what events would it be in? And the answer is Sunkern.
Obviously.
And
the answer is all of them.
And Sunkern wins all of the events.
Yeah.
For those of you
for some reason.
I guess that game came out 15 years ago, so I should explain a little bit.
Yeah. Probably good to reference.
Yeah. So Sunkern, there is an event that's like the Olympics in the Pokemon world called the Pokeathlon, which was only available in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, which came out in 2010. And in that, certain Pokemon, every Pokemon got like specific stats for Pokeathlon to be able to jump and do a bunch of stuff. And for some reason, they decided that in the Pokeathlon, Sunkern was going to get the best stats.
In all the potential stat lines you could, like we mentioned it with Jet, with the speed stat, Sunkern's the best.
Yeah,
all the other stats, like what was it, power,
skill, stamina, and jump. Sunkern gets all of them. It's just like the best,
like 5 stars or whatever in all of them.
Yes, it is ridiculous. The fact
such
that
a random, like, why?
Yeah, why does Sunkern get it? I don't know, because he can't.
Is it still the Pokemon with the lowest BST?
No. I don't know. Wishy-Washy, I think, beats it now with the lowest BST. Yeah, I think the lowest BST goes to like Wishy-Washy.
Correct.
At the time, though, it was the lowest BST.
Yeah, yes, it was the lowest BST. I'm sure Wishy-Washy would do very well in Pokeathlon now.
Probably.
But actually, if we're talking about like Pokemon that are gonna like actually do things, Machamp win in weightlifting, like hard. Oh yeah, hard. Yes.
Like for this, I immediately jumped to the human shape.
Human
like egg group.
I'm gonna do human shape, even though it has alien ears on the shape.
It's been that egg group has been eroded, if you will.
Has it?
Prior to Diamond and Pearl, it was known as the human shape.
The human shape.
It changed to human-like.
Yeah, it probably should. It probably should. I mean, there's a lot of Pokemon in this group too.
There are, yeah.
Which are like probably pretty decent. Like I could see Greninja doing really well, like the long jump, right? It's a frog. Probably smashing some records there. You know, I'm mostly thinking decathlon. I'm not thinking of like anything else, but
I feel like there are a lot of answers.
There are, yeah.
And it's
Low Kicks is winning gold. Low Kicks is winning gold in Taekwondo.
What do we think would be like? There's a lot of individual answers. We can definitely have like specialized answers. Machamp for the weightlifting. This for the other.
What? Yeah, go ahead.
What's
Seth.
the most generalist? Like, what do we think could just be thrown into anything and do okay?
And do okay at everything. That's a good question. I don't know that you can do that, right? With just like one Pokemon. I don't know that you can be like, this one Pokemon is going to win like every event. It's going to do really well. Now, I think Pokemon that aren't human shaped can do really well. You could just have Pokemon that are fish. I don't know if you would allow them into the Olympics, right? But
yeah, like that's the thing.
Yeah.
We don't let gorillas wrestle.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
but if we did,
how many hundreds of men? They would probably win.
Damn it!
How many hundred men could defeat
a gorilla? How 1,000 men or one gorilla?
One Pangoro or 100 men. Who would?
Well, I think if you're doing it, there's like an escalation that occurs too, right? Because you're gonna have not only we can enter Rillaboom into wrestling, right? And Rillaboom would destroy any human being. But then at some point, somebody's gonna be like, Annihilate should also be there.
Put it on a bike.
And put a Rillaboom on a bike.
What's the triathlon format where you've got to do running?
Biking, swimming, running. Yeah.
Run, bike, swim. So if we want to do what would be good for a triathlon? That's kind of a generalist topic.
Oh, that's a good one. Urshifu, I think.
Urshifu?
Like
which one? Rapid Strike. Done. I think. He's watery. And he can swim. And
he's watery.
Yeah,
he's watery.
I know what you mean, but
he's watery. I don't know what to tell you. He's watery.
He's got long enough limbs. Like a lot of things I can think that are fast or vaguely human shape. They just can't swim.
Well, I don't know how you ride a bike if you're not human shape, right? If we're sticking with triathlon, which I think is a good way to focus for this.
I kind of want to watch a grapple-locked attempt, but
okay, that could be funny.
That would be dangerous if it got tangled up in the.
Okay, wait, hear me out. Like Tentacruel though. Tentacruel could probably pedal.
It's got base speed of 100. Like, I mean,
and it might just be running. You know, you never know. Tentacruel could probably I can see Tentacruel doing pretty well in a triathlon.
My answer is going to be Sock.
You think? I think
it's generalist enough, and if I'm going with the triathlon situation. I think it could do all three decently enough that it could get a medal. Maybe not gold, but a medal.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Does he? I don't think he gets the water moves that he gets are just like rain dance. So I don't think he gets anything else.
Yeah, but I mean, I imagine it's physically fit enough to be able to swim.
Yeah, it probably could survive in the water, right?
Yeah.
And its weird skin clothes are probably doing okay.
Yeah. Skin clothes.
I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's a weird fur coat that looks like
is it not weird that they evolve skin to look like human clothes?
Oh yeah, Machamp has a belt.
Yeah.
I feel like
weird,
Throw
right?
would just sink to the bottom though of the whatever.
Oh no,
swimming
Throw's not going to be able to
just
swim.
Throw would run on the bottom of the water.
Yeah, Throw's not doing this, okay?
Yeah.
Graplock though. That's such a good answer.
Graplock is so funny.
Graplock would be that's a good one actually.
It's octopi. It's got the intelligence.
It could do it. What's its speed stat?
It doesn't have skin clothes. It has a belt. That's
42.
an arm.
It's just more. It's fine. It's fine. It could probably make it.
I think it would get its feet caught in the chain. Its tentacles caught in the chain.
Oh,
are you kidding? It would wrap everything but the two it needs as a belt.
What if it?
But then,
it knows how to do
it's
that.
super top heavy.
That's fine. It's got that's what handles are for on a bike.
What if it just didn't pedal it? It sat on the bike and it just used like 4 limbs and just like propelled itself forward.
It corridons itself?
Yeah, it corridons itself on the bike.
I feel like there are rules against this.
Like
we're already going real hard on the airline exception here. I feel
yeah.
Okay. Hear me out.
That's a man. That's Steve. We know Steve.
We know Steve. Cyclizar. What about Cyclizar for the triathlon? Like, I'm not gonna go Corridon or Maridon because like they have the modes, but like I could see Cyclizar because it's its own bike, right?
Yeah.
Nobody said you can't use a Cyclizar as a bike, and then it just runs for itself. And so the running in the biking section,
from one
it's
event
consolidated.
To the other, it regenerates a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fine.
I like it.
Oh my gosh, the anime picture of the Cyclizars wearing like the biking stuff is so hilarious, actually. Oh my gosh.
Olympians have to be human.
Yes. Yes. The answer to that is yes.
Okay, so unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately,
it is extremely clear on what is defined as a human.
Is it really?
But not in the Pokemon world, huh?
The Pokemon world, I feel like it has to be even more specific.
It has to, the Cyclizar has to wear one of those, right? Like
they have to be human or human-like.
Why does the Cyclizar picture right below the race walking people just seem exactly the same?
This is the fastest episode we've ever had.
This is the same thing.
Same energy.
This is the same energy.
How ridiculous.
what a day
question.
For we have a Discord chat for those of you who don't who don't record the show with us.
Yeah, so we can plan out things.
So we can plan out things, and then during the episode when we have pictures to describe things, we usually like send them to each other. And this one's kind of unnerving this week, but like
it's very haunting.
We've got the faceless Pikachu.
Yeah,
faceless Pikachu into speedrunners into Cyclizar with headgear.
With headgear, yeah.
Why do they have exhaust pipes? Like what?
Maybe the question is ridiculous, but I just maybe this question is
exhaust pipes.
That's a good question, actually. Why aren't there exhaust pipes?
I can see the handle, I can see the headlight, but the exhaust, like
I don't understand.
Is this a gas-powered light?
Maybe Cyclizar farts out the side and like it redistributes.
Don't speak that into existence.
So my answer was Sock. Thatch's answer is Cyclizar.
I'm landing Cyclizar, yeah.
I don't have an answer.
And Lynian's answer is, this is a ridiculous question.
It is ridiculous in a way that I cannot engage.
I like it.
It's a fun answer.
I love it.
But yeah. All right. Well, let us know what Pokemon you think would be good for a triathlon. And send that into puclpodcast@gmail.com. Until then, we are going to kick it on over to the mailbag, where we're going to read some emails from last week. We'll catch you over there. Welcome to our mailbag. The mailbag is the part of the show where you can email us at puclpodcast@gmail.com and let us know what you think of the show. With that though, guys, lots of really fun things to do. We're going to go ahead and get into it here in a sec. Before I begin, this segment is brought to you by the fictional energy drink Green Tauros, the energy drink that gives you hooves. And we'll give the Green Tauros badge to anybody that gives us good stuff. Yay. The YouTube comments I would post, but they were all just top 5s, and I kind of want to like consolidate them all and like do a nice status thing. There were a bajillion on Spotify. It was like we had so many top 5s, and I need to like just go across all social media and get metrics. Yeah. All right. But with that said, let's jump into some emails last week. Last week we did the top 5. So everybody talked about the top 5 Pokemon. I'm going to go from Gen 1. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to jump into the first email from Milkman to Trainer Thatch and whoever he has. First of all, congrats on 700 episodes. There's nothing like having a new Puckle episode to tune into on my Monday morning commute to help ease into the week. I'm so thankful to Thatch and the whole crew for keeping up such a cool thing going for so long. Well, thanks. You're welcome, I guess. Here's to many more. As a fellow boomer, see also early to mid 30s. When I saw this week's title, Top 5 and Bottom 5 Gen 1 Pokemon, my eyes glossed over and rolled into the back of my head. My jaw slacked and my head fell backwards, and I began to elevate. Because after all these years, someone was showing some love to Kanto, the perfect region, the perfect generation, home. I elbow and shoved Gen Z and Alpha Dweebs to the ground as I sprinted to my New Year's keyboard to give my opinion on how things were back in my day. The golden age. Those kids just wouldn't understand.
Those kids. Oh my gosh.
I appreciate the crew coming up with an interesting top 5 that wasn't so basic. Actually, I thought all top 5s did well to avoid being so basic. Unfortunately, I cannot promise to do the same.
Of course not.
His top 5. Number 5, Snorlax. I recently played through the Gen 1 games for the first time in over a decade, which, yuck, those games did not age well, and forgot how insane this thing was back then. It also had a classic anime design as being a big, lovable oaf. Yeah. Snorlax, we didn't mention it, but yeah, it's a good Pokemon.
Yeah.
Nidoking at number 4. In that same playthrough, I remember what a beast Nidoking was as well. The original mixed attacker. It also has that classic monster design I love so much from this era.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, Gengar. Another iconic design. I'll never forget how giddy I was when I finally met someone with a link cable at school so I can get a Gengar of my own. It got smoked by anything psychic in Gen 1, but I'm a Gen 1er, spelled with a W. So Gengar is going to be on my dang list. Number 2, Lapras. Anytime Lapras is available, it finds its way onto my team. As a kid, definitely only as a kid, and not these days. It was in the email. I apologize. I used to dream. Authentic. Yeah. I used to dream about exploring the open seas on the back of a Lapras. My DMing has given me these skills to read text like this.
Yeah.
Number 1, Charizard. As if my list wasn't young boys in the 90s coded enough, Charizard takes the number 1 spot. I can't help it. It's a fire-breathing dragon, in quotes. My only regret is that it doesn't have enough forms. Okay, that's a meme.
My only regret is that it doesn't.
We are almost at the point we could do a top 5, bottom 5 Charizard forms.
Charizard forms. I love it.
No, we can only do top at this point.
Only top.
I think there's like 8-ish.
I
could swing.
Mega
We've
Charizard.
got 2 from that.
Number 2.
We've got
Mega Charizard.
You do.
No, just we've got 4.
No, you do Mega Charizard X, Mega Charizard Y, regular Charizard, G-Max Charizard, Regidrago,
Shiny
Charizard,
Typhlosion, same stat line.
Typhlosion. For alligators, same energy.
Same energy.
Okay. We can figure it out. I'm hoping ZA gives it a few more megas.
April Fool's episode this year.
Yeah. I'm hoping ZA gives it a few more megas so Charizard can finally feel the love it deserves. Honorable mentions go to Arcanine, Sandslash, Persian, and Tauros. Persian's a good one, actually.
Persian's a good one, yeah.
The bottom 5 is difficult because back in my day, Pokemon was perfect. There's no such thing as a bad design. Just kidding, but this email was already long enough. Cheers to 700, Milkman. Well, thank you, Milkman. All right. Oops. We're going to move on to our next email. It is going to be from, I believe, the one I have pulled up is Shift.
I got it. G'day, PUCL crew. Shift here with the hardest top and bottom 5 to come up with, as I was there when the Deep Magic was written, as Pokemon came in like a hurricane.
Okay. That's good. That's a really good intro.
And took the world by storm with those legendary 151 Pokemon.
Yeah,
so here's the top
good.
and bottom 5. Great intro, but I need a period or a comma, please.
That was good.
Rhydon named Rocksteady once upon a time during the 90s, and then named Ken Sugimori was tasked with making a Pokemon, and thus Rhydon was born, and then it was all downhill from there.
Yeah. Fair.
Okay.
Rhydon is the Pokemon, and while there are many great Pokemon made in his image, this Rhino Dino is the best. And it's also hilarious. And also, it's hilarious how unless you are water or grass or Metacham, you cannot take down an Eviolite Rhydon physically. Rhydon is the goat.
Okay.
Fair enough.
That checks out.
2, Gyarados, nicknamed Serpentine. Gyarados is an absolutely fantastic Pokemon. Well, originally not a favorite of mine. Over the year, Gyarados has aged very well and grown on me a lot, so much that when I got my first tattoo, I could not think of a better Pokemon to get.
To be fair, it is a good Pokemon.
2?
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't get the Rhydon tattoo. Let's note that.
I
You did
think
not get the Rhydon tattoo.
Principle.
All right.
didn't get the
Aerodactyl named
Rhydon
Sky
tattoo.
Shatter. Aerodactyl is my absolute flying or rock type Pokemon. Is a big fan of nature, dinosaurs, and other extinct animals. Aerodactyl immediately became one of my favorites. This Pokemon is great in every way, and fun fact, actually has a real pterosaur named after it. And you got the Rhydon tattoo.
And we got the Gyarados tattoo.
Gyarados tattoo.
But also number 3. What is this ranking system?
It's fine. It's fine.
Or a turtle named Torrent Pin. Oh, like Terrapin. I get it.
Yeah,
my favorite my favorite Pokemon next to Feraligatr, and this is the first Pokemon that I have. And you got the. I'm not going to talk about this anymore, but no, it's Bothell. The first Pokemon I got involved from Squirtle, which unfortunately got deleted because my brothers and I did not understand how Pokemon game save files worked.
I understand.
Well, the whole Blastoise line is great. Wartortle is my favorite. Is my favorite of it. It's just the most visually pleasing.
That's fair.
5th, Magneton named NRG. Yes, I like Magneton, the Pokemon that's Magnemite plus 2.
That's a good name.
It is. But a Pokemon that was a robot was really unique at the time, and also I thought that it was a boring evolution chain. But then Pokemon Stadium came out, and Magneton just has great animations that really made me like it more.
Man, nice. I missed the Pokemon Stadium animations. Those were all solid.
Bottom. Seaking, nicknamed HMS, standing for His/Her Majesty Seaking. Okay.
That's into it.
Seaking is the worst of the great water type roster of Gen 1. But while it is the worst water type, it can do something that none of the others can. As long as you're in a Gen 5 or later game, that is 1v1 any electric type with lightning rod ability.
That's very funny. Yeah. Forgot it gets
Farfetch'd,
that.
Nicknamed Unlikely. I know this Pokemon is supposed to be a bad Pokemon, but it's still bad, and I kind of wish it evolved into Surfetch'd rather than just get a regional form.
Yeah. I'm sad about it.
Clefable named Goodgar.
Okay.
Honestly,
okay. I get it.
Yeah, I get it.
Well, yeah.
Whenever looking at Gen 1 Pokemon for this email, Clefable is the one Pokemon whose design, which for me does not spark joy. It's ugly and I don't like it. Clefairy is the same.
How dare you?
Does not spark joy.
Oh, don't worry. It's about to get worse.
It gets worse.
Gengar named Clefeeble.
Like evil
The Shadow
Knievel?
of Clefable. Gengar is a great Pokemon, but such a downgrade of Haunter design-wise. This is an objective fact.
That's what I was trying to say all last week.
It's true, but yeah.
It's true, but Gengar is not, whatever.
Gengar's iconic,
Gloom nicknamed Odorroot. Vileplume is my favorite grass type and considered for my top 5, but Gloom just ruins the line for me. Honest Vileplume and Blossom are great, but the former two share a lot of design elements, but the Gloom face just ruins that. I think it'd be better. If it shares that design element. Thank you for reading this email.
Thanks, Shift. All right. We got another email from
preserve the punctuation
Tia.
there.
From Tia.
All right. I've got that one.
You've got this one, Seth. Oh, I hit the wrong button again. There we go.
All right. Starts Hi PUCL Podcast. It's Tia here. Congratulations once again on episode 700. I've decided to do something special and rank the top and bottom 5 Gen 1 Pokemon if they were invited to host a PUCL episode. Without further ado, here are the bottom 5.
Is this Tia's email?
Yeah.
Wait. Okay. I think Tamal wrote the same email, but continue.
How funny. Anyway, without further ado, here's the bottom 5. Number 5, Ditto. Ditto adds nothing new and just echoes whatever the last person said. In the exact same way. Listeners of the podcast would be extremely confused as everything they said by Thatch and Co. are repeated. And the worst part is the hosts and listeners would be swimming in existential despair.
Okay.
Number 4, Metapod and Kakuna, tied for number 4. The Pokemon don't do anything. They just sit there. They can't even join the Discord call without their assistant, Mr. Mimes. The atmosphere would be very awkward and silent. When Thatch asks if they have technical issues, they can't even answer him.
Well, they could. They go Metapod. You know, they just do that.
Yeah. Number 3, Dodrio. Okay, so yeah, you technically get 3 co-hosts, and that should allow for more discussion, but the episode would be overshadowed by the 3 heads arguing over the most trivial things, like if a Pokeball should cost more, or if a Pokemon sprite should face left or right. That's funny. Number 2, Slowpoke. This Pokemon processes information so slowly that it finally starts answering questions from the Poke Quiz segment from the last episode, while the other 2 co-hosts
are
already reading letters from the mailbag. Number 1, Mew. Okay, why Mew? Mew is just the worst Pokemon to schedule around. It runs off every 30 seconds, the episode would quickly devolve into the other hosts finding where Mew is, only for it to teleport off somewhere else again.
Man,
that's very funny.
Tia understands logistics.
Audio under a truck does not work well.
All right.
And here are the top 5. Number 5, tied again, Blastoise and Venusaur. These 2 would have so much tea and complaints about Charizard. These 2 Pokemon fits right in with us.
I'm so sorry.
These 2 Pokemon are tired of being overshadowed by Big Boy Zard, and they're going to let people hear it. Their 5 bottom Gen 1 Pokemon, Charizard, Charizard X, Charizard Y, Gmax Charizard, Charizard Z, which doesn't exist, but they still will talk about why it sucks. Number 4, Lapras. Lapras is relaxed, reliable, and intelligent. It always adds a lot of deep thought to the discussions while being considerate of the other co-hosts. However, living near the water means it is prone to technical difficulties. Number 3, Pikachu. It's Pikachu. Having Pikachu on is the equivalent of having Lionel Messi join your
Lionel
soccer
Messi. Do you not know Lionel Messi?
Lionel.
No, it's Lionel.
I don't.
That's how we say it. That's how you say it.
That's the one where you kick the ball, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
cool.
That is how you say it in English, but he's anyway.
Yeah. No, that's how we say it when you announce him on screen.
Home run. Got it. It has special stories to tell about every Pokemon and trainer, and is overall just a happy and cheerful guy who is also humble and polite. Afterwards, people will ask when the next episode with Pikachu will be, though.
That already happens. The number of people asking me when Ryan's going to be on this show again, very high.
Yeah. Number 2, Ammonite. Lord Helix. That's all. The episode would turn into 1 hour of self-discovery and life coaching by the god of Twitch plays Pokemon. And finally, number 1, Primeape. This Pokemon would be peak entertainment for the listeners. Not only does it get every PokeQuiz question wrong, but it will convince Thatch through violence as to why its answers are correct. It derails the topic into an amusing, angry rant about flying, psychic, and bug types. It will get angry about the green Tauros badge and talk Thatch into changing it to the red Primeape badge. Oh, and it would read the emails very, very angrily. And that's a top.
I like how apparently the best host in the eyes of our listeners is the one who physically assaults Thatch.
Yeah.
Right.
I've read the survey responses. I understand.
Oh no!
Our listeners would if they could. Honorable mention for both the top and bottom 5 is Alakazam. This Pokemon knows too much and knows it too well. It knows the answers to the Poke Quiz, even the ones for the episodes next year. It knows what everyone is going to say and says it before them. It even knows what Tia will write about in the next email. But at the same time, it drives a lot of interesting discussion and asks a lot of questions that keep the conversation going. That's all from me for now. Tia.
Well, thank you. And this is a mailbag for a top 5 episode, so we do have an email from Tamal who likes to make us all laugh. Actually no, he wrote a different one. It wasn't about Puckle Podcast. Okay, good.
Oh,
this is good.
We kind of got one in there.
This is good. No, this is good. This is from Tamal.
He didn't want the reduplication.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he knew. Good day, Puckle. Pokemon
okay.
Generation 1 was a big part of many of our childhoods. Well, for us oldies anyway. Remember the days of playground rumors about Pokegods and Pikabloos, swapping cards and talking about yesterday's episode of the anime? I do. But do we remember who we enjoyed these with? So here's my top and bottom 5 Gen 1 Pokemon, but they're your childhood friends / acquaintances / potential enemies. One of these hits really close to home for me personally.
Oh, no.
Try to guess which one.
Oh, no.
Just say number 5 bottom. I haven't read it, but I'm just going to call it.
Top 5, Electabuzz. The coolest kid in school, but the 90s version of cool because they're covered in lightning bolts and have a radical attitude.
Love it.
Every year, Electabuzz has the best birthday parties and invited everyone in the grade. Think jumping castles, way too many poffins, and endless buckets of Kentucky Fried Blaziken. You lost touch with Electabuzz in high school, but he would still ask you, "How's it going, dude?" as you passed him in the hall. Where are they now? A divorced father of 3, but not doing too bad for himself. Prefers a fight with the lads over parenting.
Oh my
God. Number 4, Mr. Mime. Did you ever have one of those friends that always came up with the best games? That's Mr. Mime. 2 problems. It had to explain the way the game's rules worked through miming. 2, it would build awesome playgrounds for you two to play on, but they were always invisible, so you would never know if you were approaching a slide or a 6-foot drop.
Oh.
Well, where are they now? Performing in their one-man stage show, it's just okay. Tickets are always available.
Oof.
Number 3, Seal. Seal was that childhood friend that always made you laugh because they're just a complete goofball. It started in 1st grade where you two just kept making up rhyming words and ended up giggling uncontrollably and got in a lot of trouble with your teacher. Seal's uninhibited silliness made you laugh until your sides hurt, turning your boring school days into an explicitly hilarious. Where are they now? A teacher. Some of the best ones were the naughtiest students. Number 2, Machop. Machop was one of the toughest kids in the playground, but only used their powers for good. They were really protective of you and always made sure you were okay if you'd been knocked over during a rough game of tag. If bullies were trying to torment you, Machop stood in between you and said that they'd kick their nose passes in if they laid a finger on you. Where are they now? They're a tradesperson working on their own business and earning a lot of money. Still awesome and can give you 4 handshakes at once. Number 1, Pikachu. Pikachu is your ride or die BFF. They are unfailingly loyal and always have your back no matter what. You and Pikachu just get each other. And although you've earned a few well-deserved Thunderbolts over the years, in the end, you've stuck together through thick and thin. Where are they now? They were slated to become a spokesperson for a multi-billion-dollar company, but then they evolved into a Raichu and were no longer considered marketable.
No.
You two are still best friends to this day and have a Dungeons and Dragonites campaign that has spanned many years. They will be best man / maid of honor at your wedding.
That's good.
Bottom 5. Slowbro. This one's for you, Liger. That's in the email, not me. You had a Slowpoke in your class who was pretty chill and always down to hang and play some video games. The only issue is he had a weird Shelder brother, and their mom insisted that Slowpoke brought Shelder with them whenever he came over. The little gremlin chewed all your favorite toys, snatched food out of your hands, and when he was feeling particularly feral, clamped down on people's arms, or tail in the case of Slowpoke, and didn't let go until his jaw prized apart. You stopped hanging out with the now Slowbro because his brother was just that awful to be around. Where are they now? Slowbro is working for an average wage, but the weird brother lives with him and refuses to contribute or get a job. Slowbro cannot mega evolve and has an aura of sadness about him.
Oh no.
Gloom.
I feel bad for just kind of saying bottom number 5 off the top now.
Gloom. Your parents had the Vileplume family over, and you met their little girl, Gloom.
Oh, no.
As the parents left you two to play, she looked right past you at the lava cookie jar in the kitchen and reached in with a slimy, drool-covered hand. Within minutes, everything was wrecked, and with a combination of dribble, cookie crumbs, and what appears to be juice, and also glitter somehow. Your toys were sticky, your Zoo Batman comic book pages were stuck together, and there were stains all over the walls, which your folks somehow blamed you for. This kid was messier than BDSP's coding. Where are they now? An artist, but one of those weird artists that paints with things that either belong in the kitchen or in the trash.
That's funny. Seen at every farmer's market.
Yes. Number 3, Porygon. This kid was a smarmy little know-it-all who seemed to spend every waking hour glued to a screen. Think the 90s version of an iPad kid. Insisted they knew a code for 1 million Master Balls, and when they rather forcefully borrowed your Game Boy to show you, they replaced your level 100 Alakazam's psychic move with Submission, caught missing no with which corrupted your save file, and then erased it anyway because they wanted the Bulbasaur.
Oh.
Where are they now? In their mother's basement with only a neckbeard and Lopunny plushes for company. You didn't even know that Porygon could grow facial hair.
Wow.
Number
Yikes.
2, Mankey.
Oh, I just looked. Oh no.
Yeah. Similar to Machop, but for all the wrong reasons. They were weirdly competitive. Always coming out with stuff like, my dad can beat up your dad, and I peed faster than you.
What?
And when this is it. This is the experience, right?
No,
whatever.
I'm aware of these children. Yeah, this.
No.
And whenever he beat you in a video game, all you heard was, nah, you're a big fat loser. But if you beat them, you better be prepared for a punch in the gut, a thrown controller, tears, and a tantrum like the whole neighborhood could hear. Where are they now? A cop, a prison guard, or an immigration officer?
Thanks.
Number 1, Execute. Your mom had her friend over for coffee, and naturally her friend brought her horde of Execute children. As usual, the Exegs were hopping around, crashing into things, so your mom started thinking, how can I keep these kids distracted? I know. She said to them, hey, go play with my son's Lego. He won't mind. Guess what, Mom? That was a $300 Lego Star Destroyer and was reduced to rubble. You knew they would wreck it, and you let them into my bedroom anyway. I hope it was worth 2 minutes of peace and quiet. How could I offer to babysit all my friends' kids, take them over to your house and say, hey, go play with Mother Tamal's fine china. She won't mind. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Where are they now? I don't care. Far away is not far away enough.
Guys, I think we found the experience.
I think we found the experience. I think it's this one, actually. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. If I had to guess.
I'm no detective.
Congrats to Puckle on 700 episodes. It's an incredible achievement, and I'm glad to have been a part of this in my own small way. Here's the next 700 episodes. Where you won't just be pretending to speak like old people, you genuinely will be.
Ooh, that's good. That's good.
Cheers,
we still
mates.
have A-hosts in their 20s. It's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, thank you to that. And of course, like I said, you guys can email us at puclpodcast@gmail.com. Last week, Green Taurus badge. I don't know if Tia's got it, but Tia had a good one this week.
That was good. Yeah, I liked that.
I like that one. So Tia, you get it. Tamal has it. We know this. And so, yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. If you want to email us next week, though, puclpodcast@gmail.com. Until then, you can hang out with us throughout the week. You can hang out with us at pucklediscord.com. Check us out over there. You can, of course, follow us over on social media at Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or Blue Sky. You can even follow us over at Twitch at twitch.tv/thepucklepodcast. I'll be streaming there this Wednesday. And then on... that was Twitch. Also, check out our YouTube if you haven't already, youtube.com/pucklepodcast. We have a video version of the podcast, as well as a few other things that are floating around there. And then finally, if you want to help support the show, you can go to patreon.com/pucklepodcast, or you can go to just help support the show and at Troll and Toad at trollandtoad.com/pucklepod, or at trollandtoad.com, and use code pucklepod5 at checkout for a 5% discount. With that, though, guys, I have been Trainer Thatch.
I have been Seth Vilo.
I've been Lynian.
And here in the Lavender Town Radio Tower, it's closing time.
It's closing time in Lavender Town. Time to say our goodbyes. It's closing time. Farewell, my friends. I'll catch you on the flip side.